Chinese cabbage, also known as Chinese cabbage, is a popular vegetable not only in Asia, but also around the world. In particular, Chinese cabbage is the main ingredient in the famous Korean dish kimchi. The process of growing and harvesting Chinese cabbage is a meticulous journey, from preparing the land to harvesting large, round, lush cabbages. The following article will present in detail the process of growing Chinese cabbage, from sowing, caring to harvesting. Land preparation and growing conditions. To successfully grow Chinese cabbage, soil preparation is an extremely important step. Chinese cabbage is a vegetable that prefers loose, nutritious, and well-drained soil. Therefore, before planting, the soil needs to be cleaned, weeds and crop residues from the previous crop removed. The soil then needs to be thoroughly tilled to achieve looseness, helping the roots to develop easily. In addition, organic fertilizer, compost, or biological organic fertilizer also helps provide adequate nutrition for the plant throughout the growth process. Cabbage prefers cool climates, so the most suitable time to plant is in the winter, from September to November in northern Vietnam, or from October to December in other regions. The ideal temperature for cabbage to grow best is from 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is too high or too low, the plant will grow slowly and be susceptible to diseases. Sowing and care. After preparing the soil and fertilizer, the grower will proceed to sow cabbage seeds. Cabbage seeds are usually soaked in warm water for about 4 to 6 hours before sowing to increase the germination rate. Sow seeds directly on the bed or in a nursery tray, then cover with a thin layer of soil about 1 to 2 centimeters on top, and water lightly to keep the soil moist. Seeds will germinate after about 4 to 7 days, depending on temperature and humidity conditions. When the seedlings have grown and reached a height of about 5 to 7 centimeters, you can start thinning out the weak or underdeveloped plants to make room for the healthy plants to grow. Thinning helps the plants receive enough light and not compete for nutrients, helping the plants grow quickly and evenly. Watering and fertilizing. During the growth process, cabbage needs to be provided with enough water. Cabbage likes moist soil, but cannot tolerate waterlogging. Therefore, it is necessary to water regularly, about 1 to 2 times a day depending on weather conditions and soil humidity. On hot days, it may be necessary to increase watering to ensure that the plants do not lack water. Fertilizing also needs to be done according to each stage of plant growth. About 10 to 15 days after planting, the first top dressing should be applied to help the plants develop strong leaves. Commonly used fertilizers include NPK fertilizer or composted organic fertilizer. Then, continue to fertilize 2 to 3 more times during the growth of the plant, each time about 10 to 15 days apart. In particular, during the stage of forming ears, fertilizing with fertilizer. Harvesting cabbage usually has a growing period of 70 to 90 days, depending on the variety and growing conditions. When the cabbage is tightly rolled, the outer leaves begin to turn light green and firm. It is a sign that the plant is ready to harvest. The ideal time to harvest is early in the morning, when the temperature is cool and the plant is not wilted by the heat. Cabbage is harvested by cutting the base of the plant close to the ground. After harvesting, the grower will remove old leaves and damaged leaves on the outside to make the cabbage look more beautiful and of better quality. Large, round cabbages with tightly rolled leaves, free of pests or damage, will be selected and packaged to prepare for the market. Kimchi, a staple in Korean cuisine, has a long and rich history that spans over 2,000 years. While it has recently gained global recognition as a foodie trend, its roots run deep in Korean culture, where it has been prepared using traditional methods passed down through generations. In this article, we will delve into the meticulous process of making kimchi, from gathering the finest ingredients to its final stages of fermentation and packaging. Scrubbing and trimming cleanliness is crucial in the kimchi making process. Any dirt, sand, or foreign material left on the vegetables can spoil the fermentation process, leading to unsatisfactory results. Therefore, the first step is to thoroughly inspect and wash the vegetables. Workers at the factory meticulously screen the vegetables for any signs of damage, discarding pieces that are too bruised or flawed to be used. After the initial inspection, the vegetables are rinsed under cold water to remove every last trace of dirt. The cleaning process doesn't stop here. Even after the first rinse, workers manually trim and peel each vegetable, ensuring that no seeds, damaged skin, or stems are left behind. Once this second round of washing is complete, the vegetables are prepared for the next step: shredding. Shredding the vegetables. Traditionally, homemade kimchi is made using whole or quartered Napa cabbage, but in an industrial setting, using smaller pieces ensures that the kimchi paste can be evenly distributed without much hassle. Therefore, shredding the vegetables becomes a key step. At this stage, carrots are carefully passed through an industrial shredder to produce thin strips, while scallions are diced by hand, as they are too delicate for shredding. The Napa cabbage is treated differently. It is cut into long, juicy strips, as it needs to remain slightly larger due to its tender nature and role as the main ingredient in most kimchi recipes. With all the vegetables prepped and ready, the process moves on to the next stage: preparing the kimchi sauce. Preparing the kimchi paste. The heart and soul of kimchi lie in its paste. This is where the bold flavors of kimchi are created, setting it apart from other fermented foods. While the recipe for kimchi paste can vary depending on the ingredients available or regional traditions, there are a few common elements that are used in this factory's version. The first ingredient is ginger juice, which is made by pressing shredded ginger through a cloth to extract its potent juice. This is followed by pureed onions and fresh garlic paste, both of which add layers of complexity to the flavor. Some plum extract is added for sweetness, and dried fish or shrimp may also be included, depending on the variety being made. However, the two most essential ingredients are fish sauce and gochugaru, a type of Korean red chili flake that gives kimchi its signature heat and vibrant red color. All these ingredients are combined in an industrial mixer, with salt added to enhance preservation and flavor. The mixture is then beaten into a thick paste, which has a texture similar to wet sand or mud. Once the paste reaches the desired consistency, it's ready to be combined with the vegetables at the mixing station. Mixing the ingredients. Fermentation is a delicate process, and precise measurements are essential to ensure a successful batch of kimchi. At the mixing station, workers carefully measure out the shredded vegetables and kimchi paste in exact quantities. First, large portions of Napa cabbage are added to the mixer, followed by carrots, scallions, and the paste. A sprinkle of sea salt and sesame seeds might also be added at this stage. The mixing is done using a large dough hook, ensuring that the vegetables are evenly coated with the paste. This step is crucial because the fermentation process relies on the vegetables being fully submerged in the paste.